So guys, we have our TP176s out today, and we're here with Dave, our technical director, to talk through some of the features that our chippers have in store. So Dave, first question we have for you is, what is the maximum branch diameter for the TP176?
So these machines, TP176, 176mm, are around 7 inch.
And what is the engine power and fuel type?
These machines here in front of us are both 3-cylinder Kubota diesel engines, and they are 24 horsepower.
Does it have a hydraulic feed system, and how does that function?
So these machines have their own hydraulic tank, hydraulic pump, hydraulic filter, and an integrated no stress system. Very simple, very straightforward to use. We have at the rear of the machines, typical setup, we have our stop bar, we have our reverse and our forward feed buttons. So inside the machine, we have our 2 feed rollers, variable speed feed rollers, and our no stress system, or TP Pilot Plus, monitors the speed of the chipper and disc. Once it slows down, stops the feed rollers, and then once your engine recovers, start your feed rollers again. We also have a system that if those feed rollers were to stall out, we'll automatically reverse the feed rollers for 2 seconds to clear any blockages, and then it'll automatically re-engage the feed. So if you had a large piece or a couple of branches that were jamming, it will automatically try to reverse and feed that material in again.
And Dave, what type of blades does it use, and are they adjustable and replaceable?
So we'll just open this wheeled machine. Each of these machines, I've got 2 blades, and they are replaceable blades. So open these 2 bolts, make sure your spout is pointing away from you, and we can open the rotor housing. So here you can see one of the chipper blades held in by 3 bolts in the back, and replaceable blades. You have a rotor lock here, so that when you're torquing these bolts, the rotor is not trying to turn. Here you can see our spring setup for feed rollers, and you can also see the hydraulic pump mounted here. So one of the great features of the TP chippers is a system that they call the TP starter, which is available electronic or a manual lever. And what that does is that keeps your drive belts loose, so that when you're starting the machine, you're not trying to start your chipping rotor at the same time. So how that works, here we have our drive belts. As you see, they're loose, and we have our tensioner system here. So because we have the bonnet open, I just need to bypass this little switch. So when your engine's running, if you then press the yellow button, this electric actuator will start to tension the belts, and it's also tensioning our throttle cable, increasing your RPM. So you can see those belts are now tight. To stop the chipper again, press the yellow button. The RPM will automatically lower, and your belts are now loosened for your chipper. So if you open your bonnet, this little micro switch will stop the engine, so that you can't get your hand into any belts when they're moving. So daily maintenance on your machine, like any chipper really, you want to be checking your engine oil levels, you want to be checking your coolant levels, you want to be cleaning your screen. Take that out and blow it out, get rid of any dust, any wood chips that are stuck to the front of that. You want to be checking that your drive belts aren't damaged or missing. You want to be blowing out your air filter and checking for any wood chip in and around your exhaust system. Every 40 hours, so our machine records the chipping hours, Every 40 hours you want to be greasing your chipper bearings, one in the front, one in the back, and then your 2 bearings here for the feed rollers. As an optional extra, we can have these piped to the outside of the machine so that you don't even have to open the machine to fit to grease those bearings. You want to be checking your blades. Check that your blades are sharp, that they're not chipped. You want to be checking your anvils that they haven't got damaged either, and you want to check that they're still tight. Other than that, they're fairly simple, straightforward machine for daily use.
So Dave, as this machine stands, is this standard or is there any additional options that we can purchase?
So this is what we would call our standard spec of a machine, QRS spec. Sub 750 kilos, single axle towable with the vario spout and the TP starter, the electric TP starter system. You have options for a turntable machine, which is twin axle, and you can turn the chipper 270 degrees around, so if you're feeding it from either direction of a path or a road, makes life a lot easier. We have options for trailer locks, spare wheels, spare sets of knives, and a service kit for the machine as well.
So also in store here at QRS is the TP176 track machine, and Dave's going to take us through some of the features.
So this is our standard spec of TP176 track machine. Comes with the vario spout, which gives you a lower height for transport, but also allows you to chip at a lower height. So we can chip anywhere from this height right way up to our full height. And the spout's easily manoeuvred, easily adjusted to whatever you require. This machine has remote control, so you have an option of a platform with manual levers for tracking the machine, or for around £2,500 extra you can get the remote control kit for tracking the machine. One of the benefits again of the TP starter system is that we can increase the RPM of the engine for faster tracking without blowing any chip out of the machine. So on our remote controls, this is the Scan Rico remote control. You have your fully proportional tracks. You have your low gear and high gear. We have hydraulically adjustable track width. And then we also have an option for a winch, which this machine doesn't have. That's an optional extra. If your battery runs out, we have a connection here that we can connect a cable with the machine to allow you to move the machine. If you're stuck on the job site, stuck in the forest, you can connect it up with the cable and you can still move your machine. So we're just going to take you through how to turn on the remote controls and how to move the machine. So key on, let the display load, and hold the key. Turn on your remote control, release the emergency stop, and hold the power button. And that's us ready to track. So we'll increase RPM. We can turn the machine. So this is the slowest speed. So if we're tracking in a straight line, we can now go to a high speed, which is a lot faster for tracking. So again, our adjustable tracking width, if we stop tracking the machine, we can move our tracks out. And that'll give you a lot more stability on uneven ground. So this is good. Road control is good. If you're taking an excavator or another machine into the work site with you, you can track this machine from the cab or from your vehicle. A very nimble, very mobile machine. Okay, so to set the machine up for chipping, turn the key on, let your panel load. Raise your tire spout into the required height. And hit your start button on the machine. Do you hear RPM increase in the engine? You'll hear the chipping rotor start to turn. So as you can see, the feed rollers are turning. So we press the reset button and then forward. And then press the stop bar. That stops the rollers. So the reset, press the reset button and forward again.